Hi. Picture an acorn growing into a tree. Growth is so slow, it's invisible to the naked eye. Yet, growth is always happening, even when you can't tell. My name is Mary Buchanan, and I am in week 11 of my yoga teacher training with Warrior One Studio in Orlando. I have a class in front of me who just graduated. That means I'm the next graduating class. With this week's video, I thought that I would reflect back on the changes that I have made in recent months and growth that I've had, even when it wasn't obvious at the time. My newfound commitment to living in the present moment, while it's been delightful, it hasn't created any major drastic transformations in my life. For the most part, my circumstances remain the same, family and job. I just try to focus on the here and now, no matter what's going on with those circumstances. And one of the ways that I've grown in looking back is recognizing and learning that exposing the stress and anxiety that you feel can actually dissolve it a bit. If you acknowledge that you're feeling that kind of stress and anxiety coming on, that acknowledgement sort of dulls it out a little bit. Eckhart Tolle, the master, calls it transmuting it. So the present moment has the power to do that. And one example I have is one afternoon when I was sitting at my desk at work, I had a few tasks on my list, but I had a deadline and I had to leave by that deadline. Normally that would create a kind of, sort of rush feeling. Well, my administrator calls. One more thing needs to be done before I leave. Deadline is still the same. I felt the rush of anxiety come through, mostly in my chest. And this time I recognized it. I just took a deep breath and kept taking deep breaths and kept working and doing those little tasks and staying right there in the present moment without letting the stress sort of overwhelm me, and just staying right there in the breath. And there was this sense of calm, and I was amazed. This 45 minutes of crunch time allowed me to get everything done, including the extra task, and leave by the deadline. Now, in the past, I would have allowed that flood of anxiety to create this sort of, frantic kind of rush and haste that I now understand is detrimental to the energy flowing in the present moment of the universe, not helpful. So that's a great thing to learn. I'll try to remind myself at every one of those stressful moments. Another example I want to share is how I started the National English Honor Society at my high school. It's the approach that I took that really honors the present moment that I'm excited to share. So, the email went out over the summer to the English department from another English teacher. A student is looking for an English teacher to sponsor the National English Honor Society. Well, I just had surgery the day after school got out, so I was recovering and I just ignored the email, assuming that another English teacher would step up. Well, my surgery and summer turned catastrophic. I didn't even start the school year on time, but when I finally surfaced around later September to inquire about whether someone stepped up to take the job and help the student, to my disappointment, no one stepped up. That's when I had to think about it. Our school has this long-standing tradition of excellence, and I've been teaching there my whole career. Our English department deserves to be one of the many departments to begin an honor society. So if no other English teacher felt inspired to take on the role, I would. But I would use this opportunity to apply what I'm learning in life. What a better way than to apply it with something brand new? So I contacted the student and told her about my newfound approach to living in the present moment, allowing myself to be vulnerable at times and real, accepting mistakes that I make along the way. She seemed excited, and together we inducted 65 new members. And these are some of the ways that we honored the present moment along the way. We made a timeline and a schedule, and I committed myself to not worrying about anything related to National English Honor Society unless I was scheduled to do so. When normally in the past, I could easily worry myself to death about something new and unknown. I wrote a typo in the email in which I was introducing the National English Honor Society to my English department and my administrative staff at school. Yep, one of the most intelligent English teachers was quick to bring the error to my attention. I felt the shame. I took a deep breath. I sent the little oops email acknowledging the error and fixing it. And I tried not to let the shame take over for days or weeks. Normally, I would avoid leadership positions like this just to prevent that kind of embarrassment, you know? Lastly, we filmed an entirely digital induction ceremony with multiple segments. We adapted the candle portion of it as we needed to make changes, and we just supported each other through the entire filming process in the present moment with very little stress and mostly positivity. Normally, I would run and hide from the camera to risk any possible exposure to that kind of, ridicule. And look at me now. Here I am today doing this video, website, and blog. When you're truly living in the present moment, there's no room, there's no time for perfectionism or for worrying about other people's judgments or opinions of you. Just set your worried mind aside and shine your goodness and light out into each moment with your whole heart. Thank you.